This is RadioOnFire.com. Yours truly, Dominic K. in here. Thank you for joining me. Broadcasting from the Radio on Fire studios here in Baltimore, Maryland. I definitely want to comment on the back and forth that I've had with Roland Martin from TV One. It has definitely elevated our platform and brought a lot of new viewers and listeners here to the Dominic K. Morning Show, RadioOnFire.com. So I definitely want to welcome those people and say definitely thank you for all of that. And it's been positive and negative feedback. You got some people that side with Roland Martin, some people side with me, but all of the feedback is welcome. A lot of people hitting me up on social media, also the email djdiamondk@gmail.com. So with that being said, and I'm sure that I'm going to touch on some Roland Martin stuff in the future, but today we're going to be talking about R&B great legend on the production side, on the songwriting side, the performing side. Now, although he's not at the point where he once was, I definitely want to give R. Kelly all of the credit that he is due and credit that he deserves as far as his music goes. Now, with that being said, we've got to address the very disturbing things that have been going on in his life, and very disturbing. We already knew about the rumors, well, the proven rumors, I'm going to say, with him with underage girls and all of that. There have been payoffs of girls that did not even hit the circuit of news. Allegations come, lawsuits filed, and then all of a sudden he pays these girls off. So we've dealt with that in the past. Of course, the alleged marriage to Aaliyah was not alleged because they definitely produced marriage certificate. But the latest allegations, the latest things involve him allegedly holding girls, women, against their will in some type of what's described as a cult. Now, a cult it's a loose word to use, but that's what some of the parents are using. So he's being accused by former colleagues and several family members of operating a sex cult comprised of, here comes the surprise, young women. But I want to say this: these are young women. These are not children. These are young women who are old enough to make their own choices, own decisions, all that kind of stuff. R. Kelly, 50 years old. Now, BuzzFeed News broke the story, and this published report is based on interviews with parents who claim that their daughters are among 6 women that R. Kelly keeps in Duluth, Georgia, and in Chicago. Now, along with at least 3 former members of Kelly's entourage. Now, these are former members, and 2 of these women R. Kelly was involved with sexually at one point. So they definitely have an axe to grind. I want to say that part. But you got family members who just, I guess, want their loved ones back at home. So they have gone on record to charge that R. Kelly has replaced their cell phones and dictates everything to them, from eating, sleeping schedule, when they're allowed to leave the residence, who to look at. They're allegedly forced to call him daddy and submit to filming of the sexual encounters. That's what's being alleged. So, as I said, these women are adults. They are old enough to make their own choices. But anyway, they family members and estranged former employees / lovers are saying that they have to ask for food, has to ask to go to the bathroom. So they're saying that he's the puppet master. He did say he was the Pied Piper. He said that at one time. According to this BuzzFeed report, authorities in Illinois and Georgia have administered welfare checks to R. Kelly's homes. They've been to the residence. They've checked it out because the family has been kicking up such a fuss about it. Who does this guy think he can have these 6 girls, spread out and all that? While this is bizarre, disturbing behavior, it is not against the law. It appears that the women are fine when they talk. They said they just want to be left alone. They said that they're good and all of that. If you remember, we talked about a young girl that R. Kelly, was involved with last year, and the mother approved. This is one of those girls. She's one of the girls. She's one of the only people that Kelly allowed to be photographed with him. And each parent detailed, how R. Kelly came in contact with their child and how they thought it was cool at first and, and all that. And now, of course, they don't approve. They think that their family member was brainwashed. Family members were brainwashed, and this is some kind of cult. But let me say, a lot of people have a lot of women. They have wives and harems and that kind of thing. He has celebrity. He has fame. These are young girls, none of them over 26. And they may be intrigued by the money and all that kind of stuff that he can. These former members of R. Kelly's circle, Cheryl Mack, Kitty Jones, Ashanti McGee, provided details supporting the parents' worst fears. They said that these 6 women live on the property rented by R. Kelly, as I said, in Chicago and the Atlanta suburb of Duluth. Now, he controls everything about them, everything. So they're talking about they don't get to talk to the girls that much. They will call Mother's Day. One of the girls saying that they received a text message May 14th that said, "Happy Mother's Day from me and Rob." And R. Kelly, of course, who sold 60 million units during his 25-year career. And as I said, he's not at the point where he was before. Of course, he had mega hits, I Believe I Can Fly, Trapped in the Closet, so on, and so on. Now, R. Kelly lives in separate places. So he has an Atlanta home, and he also has a residence in Trump Tower in Chicago. So that's, I don't know. Now, according to Mac Jones McGee, the women living in Kelly's Duluth, Georgia guest house or his Chicago recording studio last summer included a 31-year-old den mother who trains newcomers on how Kelly likes to be pleased sexually. She has been best friends since high school with the girl in the videotape for which R. Kelly was tried back in 2008. This is the girl in the wooden background, that whole thing, that initial girl. This is a best friend of hers, okay? And so she recently parted ways with Kelly, sources are saying. Also, a 25-year-old woman who also has been part of Kelly's scene for 7 years. So she's 25. She's been down with Kelly for 7 years. So she was a young girl. A recent arrival, 19-year-old model who has been photographed in public with R. Kelly, named on many websites, including this one. We talked about her. As I said, this is rare in his circle. This was the girl they were saying, R. Kelly's dating a 19-year-old girl, and the mother approved. This is that girl. Now, Atlanta songwriter who began a relationship with Kelly around 2009 when she was 19. She's now 26. She also is part of this entourage. And an 18-year-old singer from Polk County, Florida, Max said that the Florida singer is R. Kelly's favorite, his -- girl. She's the youngest of this group. But I want to say this, she's of age. She's of age. In Georgia, 16 is the consent age. In Illinois, it is 17. So these girls, the ripe age of 19, 18, 26, 25. So, I mean, one girl said that R. Kelly, this is one of the former employees, said that R. Kelly is the sweetest person you will ever want to meet, but Robert is the devil. That's what she said. But I do want to say this, that she formerly had relations with R. Kelly. She was involved with him some type of way. And, you know, what is her axe to grind, but she definitely seems to have one. Of course, the law says these are consenting adults, and they can do things whichever way they want to do them. Now, is this weird? I mean, R. Kelly's not married anymore. These girls are young. He's 50. They are young, but they are consenting adults. It is weird. I'll say that. Especially so many. I mean, he's got 6 of them. But, I mean, you know, in addition to that, he still sleeps with other women as well. So it's kind of weird. He's very jealous from what the women say. R. Kelly is definitely high demand on tour and the touring circuit and live performances. Parents want their children back. But here's the thing. I mean, they're grown. I mean, they'll come home, I'm sure. I'm sure that they're going to grow out of the age that R. Kelly likes, and then he's going to kick them to the curb. That's what's probably going to happen. And it is sad. It's sad, but, you know, it's, I mean, I don't know. What do you want to do? What do you want to say? So these parents, excuse me, these parents are fighting to get their daughters back. But as I said, it's nothing really that can be done. And does this affect the way that you feel about R. Kelly? He's coming to Baltimore 29th of this month. And I'm sure you may be coming to a city near you, depending on where you are. Would you still go to the concert? You knowing that R. Kelly, that your concert ticket is probably funding this lifestyle that R. Kelly wants to lead. He leads a lavish lifestyle. He has access to a lot of money. I just don't really understand, and I enjoy R. Kelly's music. But as the weird shit just piles on and piles on, I just don't understand what a man 50 years old gets out of having sex with someone the same age as his daughter. He's got a kid. I mean, I don't know. He's got a kid the same age as some of these girls. But, you know, it's not really, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at The Diamond K Show, at Radio on Fire. I really think it's disgusting, personally. It's really disgusting at this point. What else can R. Kelly do? I just the perversion that he just, I don't know. I suppose it's the price of fame. Like all of us, R. Kelly deserves to have a personal life, and what he chooses to do is what he chooses to do. But you know, it's at a certain point, it's just, you know, it's too much. I guess he's listened to the backlash. These girls are over the consenting age, but they're still mad young. Let's know your thoughts, as I said, in the comment section, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at The Diamond K Show, at Radio on Fire. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by the upcoming reality show, Chase the Dream Baltimore. See a group of fresh, talented artists with personalities as strong as their rhymes navigate through life, love, and the entertainment business. Get more info at facebook.com/Chase the Dream now. Let your voice be heard at the 2017 Baltimore Music Awards. Nominations underway for the 7th annual red carpet event. Visit BaltimoreMusicAwards.com and make your choices before October the 9th. Finalists. 3 finalists receiving the most nominations will become the finalist, and that will be announced October 11th live on the Diamond K Morning Show, 9 a.m. October the 11th, and also BaltimoreMusicAwards.com. So let your voice be heard.